Hello and welcome to Who Would Win in a Fight. Today I'd like to give a quick prediction video on the upcoming fight between Manny Pacquiao and Adrien Broner. It's on the 19th of this month in Las Vegas. Now, in many ways this fight has all the hallmarks of a crossroads fight, but truth be told, especially Manny Pacquiao, both men I think are well past the crossroads of their career at this stage. It's not exactly an old bull against a young gun. It's, they're both fairly old at this stage in terms of boxing careers. Maybe Broner still has a bit of time. I think he's only 29. He still has a bit of time to turn around what was once a very promising career and in some ways has flatlined. Manny Pacquiao, on the other hand, I think he's 39. So, this is really one of his last swan songs, and I think at this stage he's really hoping for one last payday against Floyd Mayweather. Now, to cut to the chase, who do I think will win? Part of me says Pacquiao by late stoppage. But Adrien Broner, no matter what you think of him, a lot of people think he's quite a polarizing figure. I don't think there's any polarizing in it at all. I just think most people just don't like him. But whatever you may think about him as a person, whatever regard you might hold his brash personality and his trash talking, which a lot of times is just done in really bad taste. Whatever you think about those attributes of him on a personal level, and whatever you might think about his limitations as a boxer in terms of, okay, his work ethic could be a little bit higher. He's a little bit flat-footed. He tried to model himself on Floyd Mayweather, but really it fell down early in his career when the footwork wasn't up to scratch. Whatever you may think about his limitations, and there are quite a lot, he does have a lot going for him. But for me, the plus that he brings into this fight is in many ways what people see as a negative, is the two defeats against Sean Porter and Marcus Maidana. Now, I think in both fights he was well beaten, but in both occasions he showed a lot of resilience. And whatever you think about him as a person, you've got to admit he's tough. He was in a situation, especially against Maidana, where from early on it was obvious that he wasn't going to win the fight, and it was obvious that he was going to have to take a lot of lumps on the way to get to the 12 rounds. And he did. He did what a lot of boxers probably wouldn't have been able to do. It would have been, I think, easier for him to look for a way out. A couple of knockdowns, and he kept on going. He got well beaten, resoundingly beaten by a guy who went on to fight Mayweather and do incredibly well against Mayweather, particularly in the first fight. So Maidana's no joke, and I think Broner showed a lot of guts, a lot of courage. Same against Sean Porter. A couple of knockdowns early on, and Broner still hung on, and I think it was in the 12th round he actually knocked down Porter himself. Now remember, I think a lot of the limitations that are imposed upon Broner, some of them self-inflicted in terms of, okay, could he work on his footwork? Absolutely. Could he work on his punch output? Absolutely. But again, he excelled when he was at lightweight. It's when he's kind of moved up to light welterweight and welterweight, he has been found wanting. And, in many ways, he's been found wanting at the top level. And, in some ways, there's no shame in that. Now, Pacquiao, on the other hand, he's 39. He's not going to have the same energy levels he possessed in his heyday when he was defeating Miguel Cotto, and he was blazing a trail through the light welterweight and welterweight ranks. So, the Cotto fight was, maybe it was his peak. That was, I think, 2009. So we're looking at, close to 10 years ago. Pacquiao was 29. He won't have those energy levels as he did that night against Cotto that he will have against Broner. But luckily for Pacquiao, I don't think he's going to need him. Sometimes Broner is quite pedestrian. Again, his work rate could be higher, his punch output could be higher, and I think the one thing that will no doubt have diminished over the years with Pacquiao is just in terms of his stamina and his work rate. I don't think they're going to be tested because Broner isn't going to test Pacquiao's work rate. So I think the one area that a young fighter could really gain the advantage and upper hand against Pacquiao would be in this regard. Like Horn did in Australia. Whatever you think about Horn's victory, whether it was a robbery, at least he was prepared to put the work in. Broner won't be prepared, I don't think, to put the work in. And this is a fight where if Broner is serious about his career, he really has to put in a good performance and he has to beat Pacquiao. It's not going to look good for Broner. I think his shelf life is getting close to his expiration date. If he doesn't beat Pacquiao, I don't know where else there is for him to go. I can't see him beating any of the top guys, especially at welterweight. I can't see him beating Earl Spence. Spence is going to be too cute, too economical with him. It would be very much like the Mikey Garcia fight. I can't see him beating Danny Garcia. I just think Garcia will just have a little bit too much, and size-wise as well. I think a lot the top guys will have too much for Broner. I think a fully fit, fully focused Keith Thurman will have his way with Broner. So, to sum up then, I just think Pacquiao will win. It will be, at a minimum, it will be a split decision. I will be angling towards a unanimous decision and maybe as wide 2 or 3 rounds on each scorecards. So, hopefully, I won't get this prediction too far wrong, and hopefully for everyone watching this video, I hope you enjoy the fight, and hopefully the week after I'm going to have my preview video up for this fight as well. So thanks very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.